Welcome to the Highworth Church's Schools channel.
This is the Moving On series.
I'm John.
I'm John.
And I'm Bella. In this video, we're going to look at how we can rise to the challenge of secondary school. What challenges are there for you? But also, what opportunities? Each of you will be encouraged to give yourself one challenge for next September.
So have you ever heard this quote? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. What do you think that might mean? Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? You can pause the video now to discuss those questions with your group.
What did you think? A 1,000-mile journey is a very long one, and I'm not sure that I could walk that far. Maybe we could do the journey if we just started taking a single step and then took another, and then another, and then another. The move to senior school comes with its own worries, and it can seem like a big step too. But if we break it down into single steps, little chunks, it might not feel so bad or so scary. There are steps that are very easy to take. Getting our school uniform together, getting our equipment ready, saying hello to one person we don't know when we get there. We want you to think of one step you can take in September to make it easier or to challenge yourself. It is a bit like a New Year's resolution. It can be small or big, but please don't give up. What could it be? So what do you guys think you could do?
Well, I once heard someone say that a challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Maybe there are new opportunities that are going to be there at school, at secondary school.
Like
Joining new clubs, for example.
Okay. Or if you're a picky eater, maybe it's trying something in the canteen that you've not tried before.
But not the sprouts.
Yeah, all right.
Definitely not the sprouts. Or maybe finding the library.
Yeah, talking to someone you don't know, maybe trying to make a new friend, really being intentional about that.
But there are loads of new things as well that you might not have tried before, new subjects to try, the science labs, all of that, new musical instruments. Maybe you could try hard in something you've not done before.
I was really excited about the opportunities to try new sports, actually, when I started at secondary school.
Were you good at any of them, John?
No.
No.
Let's not go there.
But you tried.
I tried,
That's the
and I
main
loved
thing.
it. That was the important thing, right?
Just try to challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, your one thing is, try and challenge yourself.
I think you'll agree we've come up with some good ideas. But you can pause the video now and discuss what your next step is going to be with your group.
You will all be given a postcard like this. It has the quote on it. And an envelope. Thank you, assistant, lovely assistant. And a stamp. Thank you, John. Stamp. You need to write your address on the envelope. There'll be a screen in a minute in case you've forgotten how to do an address, but you need to put your name. If you can't remember where you live, don't panic. As long as it's got your name on it, the school can fill in the rest. And then on your postcard, this is going to be a letter to yourself. It's a challenge for yourself in September. And we're going to put the card in the envelope and post it. You're going to leave it here at school. And in September, it will get posted to you. So on the back, you need to write this message to yourself. Dear me, dear whatever your name is, here's the one thing that I'm going to challenge myself to do in September. If you want to put more than one, that's absolutely fine. But just something on the back. In your envelope, give it to your teacher. When September comes, you'll have forgotten all about it and it will pop through your door and just remind you what you said you'd do.
And finally, make sure that you've given your letter to your teacher. We hope you've enjoyed our videos and that you remember what you've discussed when you get to your new schools, wherever that's going to be. And we have one final thing to share with you. Listen to this poem. You may have heard it before, but it is fantastic. One night I dreamed a dream as I was walking along the beach with my Lord. Across the dark sky flashed scenes from my life. For each scene I noticed 2 sets of footprints in the sand, one belonging to me and one belonging to my Lord. After the last scene of my life flashed before me, I looked back at the sand and I noticed that at many times along the path of my life, especially at the very lowest and the saddest times, there was only one set of footprints. This really troubled me, so I asked the Lord about it. Lord, you said once I decided to follow you, you'd walk with me all the way. But I noticed that during the saddest and most troublesome times of my life, there was only one set of footprints. I don't understand. When I needed you the most, why would you leave me? He whispered to me, my precious child, I love you and will never ever leave you. Never ever during your trials and your testings. When you saw only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you.
As Christians, we believe that God cares about each of us and is with us wherever we go. So, however alone we feel, actually, we're never alone. He's with us and helps us when things are difficult. We hope you have an amazing time at secondary school, wherever you're going.